All right, it's Saturday afternoon. I just got home. We had the spring color tour in at Bob's this morning, and it went great. Had a terrific turnout. There was about 50 people there, and some of them were from as far away as like Kentucky, and there was even a couple people there from the Eastern Panhandle. I mean, that's quite a drive just to see Bob's Market. So it was I would classify it as a huge success. So we'll have to plan ahead for next year and maybe try to do something a little bit bigger. Yep, it was pretty exciting. So now I'm going to mow the lawn again. Try to get caught up on it. We've just had a huge amount of rain recently, and the lawn's growing so fast, I can't keep it mowed down. So I mowed Thursday evening, and I went with the deck up kind of high to keep from getting bogged down. So today I'm going to put the deck back down almost where it should be and mow with it like that. So, gonna have fun today. Okay, it's Tuesday afternoon, and it's pouring down the rain out. And right now I'm on my way back to Mason. I've been up here at Belpre working on a printer that's behaving badly. So, spent, almost 3 hours up here working on the printer, and no luck. I had to call a company to have them come and repair it. But unfortunately, there's no Xerox repair places locally. So, I had to call this company that's like 2 hours away. And because they're so far away, they're going to charge $300 just to even look at the thing. And then plus parts and labor on top of that. So, it's not as much as the printer cost, but, it's still a pretty good chunk of change. But I guess you gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to that stuff. So, yep, that's my day so far. I also forgot to talk about going to prison last night. That didn't sound right, did it? Last night our church choir went to the local prison. It's a women's correctional facility. But this was our 10th time going there, and I do all of our sound equipment at church. So we go there and perform a cantata. In this case, it was an Easter cantata. So, it went really well. It's always, kind of awkward going through security and going through the metal detector and everything and getting patted down. They do a little bit more thorough job than, say, the TSA would. But it's still well worth it. The first time I went to the prison to do a performance like that, I was kind of nervous, didn't know what to expect, but it's really amazing. If you ever get a chance to volunteer like that, take it. It's definitely worth it. It is just a little bit rainy out today.
It's Wednesday morning. I have a doggy hogging the bed.
Get the lawnmower! Alright, I'm up here at Mom and Dad's house, and I'm actually in my old bedroom. So there's some of my stuff hanging on the wall there in the background. But what I'm doing is, I have an old Gateway 2000 computer, and I actually just looked at it, and the manufacturing date's 1995 on it. But it has a hard drive in it that has some tax information, and we're getting ready to send it out to get rid of it. So I need to pull the hard drive out and destroy it. Okay, so there's the manufacturing date, 12/4/95. And this is kind of cool. I don't know who thought of this, but the model number is Gateway 2000 Incorporated. Baby AT is the model. So we'll pop this sucker open and take a look at some computer history here. This was one of the first computers to have a 100 megahertz processor in it. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the inside of our old Gateway. And it's actually pretty well made. Of course, the motherboard's huge in it. And actually, there's our processor, so I might try to get the processor here in a little bit. That might be something neat just to pull out and save. So, yep, pretty cool. Alright, so I got what I was looking for out of it. Got the old hard drive. So, we had the hard drive switched out for a larger one. This computer originally came with an 800 megabyte hard drive, and we had it switched out to a 6.4 gigabyte version, and that was probably one of the larger drives you could get back then, and that would have been in 1999, so the computer was about 4 years old at the time. And we also, I didn't know this, but evidently we had the processor switched out too. This is a 200 megahertz processor, so we doubled the clock speed on it. So, yep, I saved it just as a little souvenir to hang on to. So, you know, might look good laying around on my desk. But this guy, he actually has some tax records stored on it. So I'm going to take it apart and actually destroy the platters inside. That way, you know, this data doesn't end up in a landfill somewhere. Or worse, in the wrong hands. So maybe we'll do a geeky garden thing on making sure nobody gets your data.